Yes, scholars. How are you all? I hope you all are doing good. I, Yogita Singh, an English educator from Countryside International School. Since our last two videos, we are discussing our first lesson from students' book, that is An Unplanned Journey. Today, we are going to continue the same lesson and I hope today we will finish that. And after finishing that lesson, related to that lesson, whatever exercises are there, the PDF of that you will get. Yes, scholars, we already started our first lesson, that is An Unplanned Journey. Okay, we finished this two pages of this lesson, and today I hope we will finish the whole lesson. Let's recall our story, scholars, what we did in our last two videos. There are two characters in this story, Mr. Phileas Fogg, master, Jean Passepartout, attender of Mr. Phileas Fogg. What Mr. Phileas Fogg decided to trip or to take tour around the world in 80 days, and Passepartout was very happy by this decision. So Mr. Phileas Fogg said to pack their bags. He said to Passepartout to pack their bags and to come downstairs by 8 o'clock. So Passepartout reached downstairs at 8 o'clock and he packed a carpet bag. He kept his 3 pairs of dress and for his master also. Then when he reached downstairs, Mr. Phileas Fogg, he kept a general guide in which he can see timings of steamer and railways, and he kept 20,000 pounds in his carpet bag. After that, they reached the railway station at 20 minutes past 8, means after 8 o'clock. At 8 past 20, they reached to the railway station. Mr. Phileas Fogg met a poor beggar woman to whom he gave 20 guineas, which he won by playing cards at the club. So after reaching railway station, Mr. Phileas Fogg met with a poor beggar woman, and she asked alms from Mr. Phileas Fogg, and Mr. Phileas Fogg gave 20 guineas to that poor woman, which he won in Reform Club by playing cards. So next we will do today. Yes, Passepartout was teary-eyed as his master's action touched his heart. So what happened when they entered to railway station? Mr. Phileas Fogg, he gave 20 guineas to that beggar woman. So by seeing his this action, Passepartout was so much Passepartout was teary-eyed, means by his master's action he was so happy, and this action of Phileas Fogg touched Passepartout's heart. 2 first-class tickets for Paris were speedily purchased. Who purchased 2 first-class tickets for Paris? Mr. Phileas Fogg, for himself and for Passepartout. He purchased 2 first-class tickets for Paris. Mr. Fogg was crossing the station to the train when he saw his 5 friends from the Reform Club. Okay, in starting we discussed about Reform Club, that Mr. Phileas Fogg, he won 20 guineas from Reform Club by playing cards. So in station he saw his 5 friends from the same club. "Well, gentlemen," said he, "I am off, you see, and if you will examine my passport when I get back, you will be able to judge whether I have accomplished the journey agreed upon." Okay, so what he said, he greeted his friends. He said, "Well, gentlemen, I am off, means I am going for this tour. I am going around the world, and when I will come back, you can see by my passport that whether I have finished, whether I have accomplished the journey or not." Okay, "Oh, what would be quite unnecessary, Mr. Fogg," said Ralph politely. Who is Ralph here? Ralph is the name of another character who is Mr. Phileas Fogg friend. He said that, "Oh, that would be quite unnecessary," means to check your passport is not necessary. "We will trust your word as a gentleman of honor." So he said that, Ralph said that, we are having trust on you, we are having trust on your word, so it's not necessary to check your passport. "You do not forget when you are due in London again?" asked Stuart. Stuart is another character. This man is also the friend of Mr. Phileas Fogg. Stuart. What he said that, "You do not forget when you are due in London again." So he said that, he asked question from Mr. Phileas Fogg that, don't forget to come back to London, and on which date you are going to come back. "In 80 days, on Saturday, the 21st of December, 1872, at 8:45 p.m. Goodbye, gentlemen." Then Mr. Phileas Fogg gave response to Stuart that, after 80 days I am going to come back, and that the date and day also he told. Why? Because he was very punctual man. He said that on 21st December, on Saturday 1872 at 8:45 p.m. I am going to come back to London. Phileas Fogg and his servant seated themselves in a first-class carriage at 20 minutes before 9. So timings you have to remember, but it's mentioned everywhere that at what time they did what actions, because why time is mentioned everywhere, because Mr. Phileas Fogg was very punctual man. So they sat, Mr. Phileas Fogg and his servant, means Passepartout, they sat in first class carriages and at 20 minutes before 9. 5 minutes later, the whistle screamed and the train slowly rolled out of the station. You all know that before departure, train gives one whistle. So that whistle screamed and the train slowly rolled out of the station. The night was dark and a fine steady rain was falling. It was very beautiful scene outside the window, that the night was dark and a fine steady rain was falling. Phileas Fogg did not open his lips. He was quiet. He was not talking to Passepartout at that time. He was quiet. Passepartout, still shocked, held on to the carpet bag with its enormous treasure. So Passepartout was also not saying anything. He was very shocked. Still he was shocked. Why? Because he was unable to trust on these things, that now he is moving towards Dover and Calais. So how he held the carpet bag with his all efforts, because his master told that to carry it to carry it carefully, because he kept 20,000 pounds in that carpet bag. Just as the train was rushing, Passepartout suddenly uttered a cry of despair. Just as the train was rushing, means just when a train took speed, at the same time Passepartout suddenly uttered a cry of despair. He was sad and he started crying. Who? Passepartout. He started crying. Why? "What's the matter?" asked Mr. Fogg. He started crying and Mr. Fogg, he asked that, "What happened? Why you are crying? What's the matter?" "Alas, in my hurry, I forgot." Passepartout gave response that alas is a word that we are using to show our grief, our sadness. Okay, he said, "Alas, in my hurry, I was in hurry, so I forgot." Then Mr. Phileas Fogg asked, What you forgot?" "To turn off the gas in my room." He said that he was in hurry, he was shocked, he has to pack bag, and Mr. Fogg said that 8 o'clock they have to depart. So he was in hurry, and in that hurry he forgot to turn off the gas in his room. Who said this? Yes, Passepartout said this. "Very well, young man," returned Mr. Fogg coolly. "It will burn at your expense." So what he said that, now
It's okay, very well, young man, returned Mr. Fogg coolly. Means Mr. Fogg was not in tension. He said very coolly that very well. It will burn. As it is on, so everything will burn at your expense. Means Mr. Phileas Fogg said that whatever will burn, I will. You have to pay for that at your expense because of your fault. Okay. Who is writer of this story? Julius Verne. Okay, here words to know is given. This you have to remember, this you have to learn, this you have to by heart, and along with this the words which I am words to know which I am sending you in a PDF, that also you have to learn. You have to write these words in any notebook, whether it is old or new. You have to write that, and in next video we will do this, answer these questions, and some extra questions also I am going to give you. Okay, thank you students. I hope this video will help you to understand this lesson, and I will send you words to know, hard words and word meanings, and exercise related to this lesson. Till that time, take care. Bye bye.